Hello, I'm Ken Farr. Grab a tea or coffee and join me now for this week's Baton Rouge Press Club Highlights Report.
I like to think of cable as being sort of a forward-looking organization, but I'm going to start by taking a look backwards at things. It's elections are 2019. The new governor, or the new governor's term, whoever the governor is, and the new legislature will take over in 2020. But I thought it was interesting to go back and look backwards for a moment. It was in the late 1990s that, under the administration of Governor Foster, they put together something called Vision 2020. And lo and behold, we're on the brink of 2020. So I thought it might be a good opportunity to take a look backwards at that and maybe use that as a way to look forward as well. I don't know how many of y'all remember Vision 2020. I know a few of y'all do. Yeah, I know. The ones that are lacking hairlines. Well, it was started under Governor Foster's administration in the late 1990s. It was sort of like a strategic plan for economic development, but you could also say in some ways it was sort of like a strategic plan for the state, or at least that's the way that they intended to use it under the old days of Steve Perry and Andy Copeland, who were kind of looking for, innovative ways to do things in their policy realm. Basically what they did was focus on three areas: the economy, education, and quality of life, and sort of as the name implied, Vision 2020, it also was kind of a vision statement and a vision document for the state. And it said back then, this was what their vision was back then in the late 1990s. By 2020, Louisiana will have a vibrant, balanced economy, a fully engaged, well-educated workforce, and a quality of life that places it among the top 10 states in which to live, work, and do business. That was almost 20 years ago. Now, it's hard to say that a lot of those things took place, but I will say this: there were some really good policies that came out of that whole framework or out of that period during that administration. I'll just point to a couple of them: the creation of the community and technical college system, expanded access to quality pre-K programs for 4-year-olds, school accountability, and really the first focus that we had in our state at that time on student achievement. Strong investment in higher education with a focus on technology and research, tax reform to kind of increase our competitiveness. Whether all of those per se came out of that document, all of those things were included in that document. And it's one thing, to kind of have a vision like that. Like I say, I can't say that every single thing happened that they were shooting for in terms of their vision, but at least it kind of spelled out what the state's vision or aspirations were. It was kind of like, what is it that we want to be as a state? And what they said was, we want to be a learning enterprise, we want to build a thriving economy, and we want to be a top 10 state. So I think this year, with the elections coming up and with the kind of spirit of Vision 2020, I think it's a good time to take a look at that and ask ourselves that same question. Here we are in 2019 with an election year. Where do we want to be as a state? What is our vision? Do we even have one? What do we want the state to look like in 10 years, in 20 years, 25 years, whatever it might be? What do we aspire to? Is anybody even talking about anything like this? I mean, if you're in a business, you talk about your vision and your mission and your goals. Organizations do it. Some cities do it. So why isn't Louisiana doing it? Is this a good time to do that? I think from cable's perspective, it actually is a really good time for us to seriously think about that. And here's why. I mean, if you think about it over the last 10 years, what have we been doing in our state, roughly? We've been talking about one thing, and multiple variations of it, perhaps, but really just one thing. It's stuff about the budget. It's about what are we going to cut? How much are we going to cut higher education? How much are we going to cut health care? Are we going to raise taxes? If so, which taxes are we going to raise? How long are we going to raise them for? Those were really the only issues that were kind of really dominating the state for really the last decade. We weren't really focused on things that moved the ball forward because we had to be so distracted by those other issues, politically and otherwise, that just kept going on and on and on and on. In the meantime, we just continued to sort of bottom feed on all those national rankings that we keep talking about.
Join us every Tuesday for the Baton Rouge Press Club Highlights Report. And I will see you next time right here on NewsNet, Baton Rouge.